Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back, Patriots. It's me again, and I'm so glad to be back with you all here today. Sit tight, settle in, because we've got a lot to unpack. And I really do feel like when we have these talks, these chats, it's like I'm sitting down with my best friends, just talking about what's going on in our country and around the world. And I love doing these videos because it's like we're in this together, figuring out the craziness, celebrating the wins, and keeping our eyes on what matters. So let's dive right into today's biggest stories, starting with something that I'm genuinely excited about. Today, Washington, D.C. is gearing up for what might be one of the biggest spectacles we've seen in years. President Trump's $45 million military parade is happening, celebrating the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary. Well, the media is touting it as an expensive extravaganza, but the estimates range anywhere from $25 million up to $45 million, and exact totals have not been released yet. And yes, it happens to fall on President Trump's 79th birthday. Talk about a patriotic party, right? So obviously, the hens on The View are going to cackle about that coincidence too, but we all know that this isn't just a parade. It's a show of American strength. We're talking 6,600 soldiers, 150 vehicles, 50 helicopters, and even a parachute jump by the Golden Knights. Trump himself said, we're going to have a great time and we're going to have a great celebration. And you know what? I believe him. Now, the price tags got some folks raising eyebrows, anywhere from $25 to $45 million, they say, but Trump's calling it peanuts compared to what it means to honor our military and show the world we're still the greatest. I mean, think about it. 250 years of the Army defending our freedoms? That's worth celebrating. And the fact it's on Trump's birthday? Pure coincidence, but it's like the cherry on top. Oh, and get this. Governor Tim Walz, the guy who's been a little salty lately, is out here wishing it rains on the parade. But Trump's already one step ahead, as per the usual, saying rain's just a sign of good luck. Rain or shine, this thing is happening, and I'm pumped, folks. To me, this parade isn't just about tanks and flyovers. It's about reminding ourselves who we are, a nation of strength, pride, and resilience. But what do you guys think? Drop a comment. Who's going to be watching the parade live, or better yet, wishing you were there? Now, let's shift gears to something wild happening overseas right now. And you've probably heard about this global march to Gaza thing that Western activists are getting involved in. And these far left progressives thought that they'd waltz right into Egypt, break through to Gaza, and deliver aid. Sounds noble, right? Well, Egypt had other plans, and reports are coming in that Egyptian locals are not having it. Activists are getting confronted, some say attacked, and one organizer even had her passport confiscated and got thrown on a bus. Not by Israel, but by Egypt. And this is what happens when you follow the Greta Thunberg playbook into the Middle East. It's not just cringe, it's freaking dangerous. These activists thought that they'd be heroes, but Egyptians are saying, no way, we're not dealing with Palestinian sympathizers causing chaos. And it's a wake-up call. The world isn't a stage for your 15 seconds of fame, and it's a reminder actions have consequences. Fuck around and find out, as they say. But what's your take on this? I'm curious. I want to know, do you think these activists were naive, or is there more to the story? And speaking of coincidences, let's talk about what's happening here at home. Representative Paulina is dropping truth bombs, and I'm here for it. She's calling out the billion-dollar propaganda machine, and guess who she says is the arrow taking it down? Elon Musk and X. And Luna's saying China is manipulating the immigration narrative to divide us. And she's got a good point. Why are Democrats suddenly outraged about deportations when they were fine with Obama's mass deportations? As Luna puts it, it's China cash. Follow the money, folks. And then there's this post on X laying it out plain as day, reminding folks that back in 1996, Bill Clinton signed a law letting immigration officers deport people without a judge or a courtroom. Yeah. Clinton was law and order. However, Trump's a monster for using the same law. Go figure. The hypocrisy is deafening. RNC Chairman Michael Whatley told Newsmax he's amazed Democrats are fighting harder for illegal immigrants than their own voters. I mean, when did the Democrat Party become the anti-America party? And good luck is really what Tim Walz and these Democrats need. They're crashing out harder than Justin Bieber standing on business at the beach with paparazzi provoking him nonstop. But more on that later. Oh, and don't get me started on Sarah Haynes from The View. And she's out here saying this military parade makes her think of Russia or North Korea. And get this, she claims we had to cut school lunches to pay for it. Sarah, honey, listen, that's not how budgets work. This parade is about pride in our military, not propaganda. And if you're worried about kids, maybe ask why Democrat-run cities keep failing our schools. And speaking of following the money, I want to respond to some of the comments that you left me yesterday. This one here from God Humbled Me says, "We are fam, and thanks for looking out on the Medicare. Keep up your fantastic work and keep us up to date." Well, no problem. And absolutely. That's what I'm here for, folks. And thank you for that. But this comment here really caught my attention. Aloha, thanks. What help can a vet get from Medicare? And this is such an important question, especially for our veterans who deserve the best care and support available. And that's why I'm excited to share an incredible resource with you, our friends at Chapter. And they have a team dedicated to helping you navigate Medicare for free. That's right, 100% for free. Right now is the perfect time to take action by calling 270-467-2426. You'll connect with a licensed professional whose primary focus is to help you find the best Medicare plan options tailored to your needs while maximizing your savings. Chapter's experts are especially committed to supporting our veterans, ensuring they get the benefits and care they've earned. Don't wait. Medicare options can be complex, and the sooner you act, the better prepared you'll be. Call 270-467-2426 today for free, and you'll get no obligation help from Chapter. And let's make sure that you or your loved ones, especially our veterans, get the care and savings that you deserve. And before we move on, I've got to mention this. Abrego Garcia, just back from El Salvador's mega prison, pleaded not guilty to human trafficking charges. This guy is accused of smuggling illegal immigrants into the U.S., and it's a stark reminder of the real issues at our border. While Democrats cry about compassion, people are getting hurt, and we need secure borders, period. Now, let's talk foreign policy because things are definitely heating up. Candace Owens dropped a spicy take saying our foreign policy is dictated by Israel and Trump's just following Netanyahu's lead. General Mike Flynn's warning of devastation in the Middle East, maybe even regime change. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk's pointing out why young Trump voters love him. He's the first president in our lifetime who didn't start a new war. And a poll's asking if we should get involved in Israel's war with Iran. And most folks are saying, let's pray for peace, not more fighting. Now, I'm no war expert, and I hope y'all know I'm not out here pretending to be a Middle East analyst, but I do know this. America's strength lies in being smart, not reckless. Defense support for allies? Sure. But another endless war? No thanks. And what do you guys think about all this? Should we stay out of it, or is there a role for us to play in this? Hit me up in the comments. Closer to home, there's a developing story out of Las Vegas. A suspected explosion was heard near the Aria Resort and Casino on the Strip. No clear details yet, but after the Trump Towers Cybertruck bomb and other chaos, it's got people on edge. Forbes is reporting high-income folks are cutting back on travel spending, down 7% recently. Add in explosions, and Vegas hotels might be in for a rough ride. But odds are, we're on the same page, and I'm with you, right? Maybe it's time to stay home and stay safe. And speaking of rough rides, Jamie Dimon sounding the alarm on America's debt crisis. National Review says when Dimon talks, we should listen. He's seeing dark clouds, and I don't really blame him. Housing affordability is still a nightmare. The Wall Street Journal says more homes are on the market, but buyers are priced out. And it's like the American dream's playing hard to get. But there's a silver lining to this all. Consumer sentiment's up in June, thanks to tame inflation and a US-China trade truce. So small wins, right? Oh yeah, and before I forget, can we talk about the weather? The National Weather Service issued a heat advisory for Alaska. I'm talking mid 80s, maybe 90 degrees in Fairbanks, Alaska, folks. If that's not a sign the world's a little topsy-turvy right now, I don't know what is. Makes me glad I'm here just chilling with you guys, not sweating in the Arctic, but instead sweating my ass off in hot and humid Florida. Let's end this with some good news, right? Because we all need it from time to time. Speaker Mike Johnson's calling for a Senate censure of Senator Alex Padilla after his stunt with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Mike Johnson's like, hey, look, we're not going to have senators charging at cabinet members. Man, I like that dude. And Representative Anna Paulina Luna's bringing the heat again, announcing that George Soros and Neville Singham are being called to testify about funding leftist riots. She's saying either testify or it's subpoenas, and ignore that and you're going to jail. And folks, that's the kind of accountability we've been waiting for, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the pulse of America today, or at least this morning right now, from a proud military parade to the chaos of activist stunts and the fight for our country's future. We're in this fight together. Now, I'm no expert in everything, and y'all know I'm just here sharing what I see, trying to keep it real and level-headed. And I thank you all for letting me be your voice, for trusting me to bring you the news with a perspective that honors our values. But let me know what's on your mind. Drop a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's keep fighting for the America we love. Until next time, stay strong, stay safe, and God bless.